if an atom is 99.9999% energy and 0.00001% physical substance, then I'm actually more nothing than something.
More information, yeah.
More information than something, right?
And nothing too, yeah.
So why do I keep my attention on that small percentage of the physical world when I'm so much more? Is defining my present reality by what I perceive with my senses the biggest limitation I have? And I think this is from The Habit of Being Yourself.
Yeah, so the probability that we're seeing the truth of reality is zero.
Wait, what does that mean? Say that again, and what does that mean?
The probability that you and I are perceiving all of reality is zero. We are looking at a small frequency of light. The spectrum of visible light, red, orange, yellow, blue, green, indigo, violet, that rainbow of light, that's a small spectrum in the huge electromagnetic field, right? All those different frequencies. We got this small little bandwidth. Look in a physics book or any book or Google it, and you'll see the wavelength of light, this tiny little band in this huge number of frequencies there are in the universe. That small band of frequency, the light that's coming from the sun, the light that's coming from these lights, that light is bouncing off the most stable form of energy.
In this room, right?
Matter is the most stable form of energy, and it's fooling us into the illusion of separation. So now I'm consciousness, you're consciousness. How do I know I'm consciousness? Because I'm aware, right? But in the three-dimensional reality, right, I'm conscious, but what I'm conscious also is of me. And everything else that exists in three-dimensional reality, I'm conscious that I'm separate of. I'm separate from the cameras, I'm separate from you, I'm separate from this table. Everything that I'm perceiving with my senses in three-dimensional reality is fooling me into the illusion of separation. So in three-dimensional reality, our senses plug us into that reality. Take away your sight, take away your hearing, take away your smell, take away your taste, take away your feeling with your body. You would have no experience of three-dimensional reality, but yet it could still exist, but you're unaware of it. So then here I am local in space and time, and everything is height and depth and width, and that I'm into this illusion of separation. And in this realm of three-dimensional reality, there's an infinite amount of space. Space is eternal. In fact, it's accelerating, right? So the way we experience everything in three-dimensional reality is we do things. So if I want to go from here to my car to get something, I have the thought, I'm Joe Dispenza, I'm local in space and time, I'm separate from everyone and everything, I'm aware, and my awareness goes to my car. So now I have another point of awareness, another point of consciousness. I have a thought, and I want to have an experience. And the only way I'm going to have the experience in three-dimensional reality, as far as I know, to get to my car is I'm going to have to get up and move my body through space from one point of consciousness to another point of consciousness, from the cause to the effect, from the thought to the experience. And as I move through space, that's called time. So time is the separation between 2 points of consciousness. So everything that we create in this three-dimensional reality takes time, and it takes energy. So then there's you have a dream, you're aware that you're here, I'm local in space and time in this moment, and I want to have this dream of going on a vacation or making millions of dollars or getting a perfect partner, whatever that is, and your brain naturally puts that vision of your future and it estimates 2 years down the road or 3 years down the road. Why? Because you got to save money, you got to sacrifice, you got to work extra hours, you got to cheat a little bit, you got to lie a little bit, you got to compete a little bit. If you're matter trying to change matter, and you want this experience in three-dimensional reality, it's going to take a lot of time and energy because your brain's going to say, I know you. It's going to take a lot of doing back and forth until you finally have the experience. And when you have the experience, the emotion that's created from the experience takes away the lack or separation from not having it. So in three-dimensional reality, we create from lack or separation. You see someone with a sports car, you see someone with a wardrobe, and you look at it and your brain automatically goes, I want that because I don't have it. So we create in three-dimensional reality based on lack. And so the brain has the image, I want one of those, it puts it in the future. And then we have to work really hard. And for matter trying to change matter, we force outcomes, we control outcomes, we try to predict outcomes, we compete for outcomes, because there's only a certain number of resources that we can do in three-dimensional reality to get what we want. You can get really good at it after a while. You can get trained, you can get educated, you can learn from your mistakes.
Yes.
And sooner or later, you'll be able to accumulate a lot of things that take away a lot of lack for a lot of people. But the question is then, does it make them happy, right? So,
Right.
So anyway, so
that's the 3D.
So that's the 3D world,
Yes.
right? So then you see the wardrobe and you see the sports car, your brain creates the image, you come back to three-dimensional reality and it's not there, and you think we can't create reality because it didn't appear, right? And so then our belief that we are creators in our life has to be changed, right? And the only way you can change that belief is through experience, because experience is the best professor.